everybody, welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last episode, making an EVA foam Romulan Disruptor Rifle Part 1, you saw us get most of the disruptor built. Really cool, real neat with these ergonomic curves and all this kind of stuff and the curved wrap underneath. All super easy. And that brings us up to right now. In this episode, making an EVA foam Romulan Disruptor Rifle Part 2, we're going to knock out the remaining pieces on here and we're going to seal it and paint it. And check that out. Super easy paint job. We're going to do it in one whole silver color and then just a couple color details. Really easy stuff. So, if you're ready to hit it, let's make something. Alright, that's right where our piece is going to go. We're going to use a 12mm piece of foam. We're going to cut it out, round the corners, and stick it down. Alright? But what we're going to do is we're going to add a slight bevel. Just tip our knife just a little bit. Go through on a bevel. Alright, there we go. Just like that. That. Alright, right through. Like that. And we're going to saw through. There we go. Alright, look at that. Bevel. And like we said, we can come in here where this little residue is and we can clean that up. Alright, beautiful. Let's tighten it up. Alright, here's our 6mm wrap for our handle. Alright, there we go. That's pretty darn easy. Alright, the 220. Alright, there we go. Looking good. Wow. Alright, here we go. These two simple details, an 18mm and a 6mm. 90-degree cut, just like that. Right out the bottom. And we'll slice through just like that. Alright, there we go. There's our 6. Now we're going to go over to the bandsaw and hit our 18 real quick. Alright, that's going to sit right on top of there like that. Cool. Right along this edge, we have a couple little itty-bitty tiny imperfections where we layered up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of foam. So let's use our Dremel, let's clean it up a little bit. Perfect, let's come in with our 220. Alright, there we go. That is pretty nice. There we go. Man, it's pouring again. Never stops. All right, there we go. Check it out. Nice, simple details. We cleaned up a little bit right here with the Dremel. And we've got our nice soft rounded edges. Sweet. All right, so now what we're gonna do is this. We've got our little 4mm spacer right down in here, and it was supposed to go all the way down to here, and we messed up. We cut it right there, but it's okay because we cut another 4mm piece of foam. We're gonna slide it in to where it meets right there, and then this is gonna lay down on the back, and it's gonna look like it's one long piece. Really? Okay, we're not gonna cement all the way down to the front end because we won't be able to slide it in, all right? So what we did is this. All right, we cemented, but we stopped before it goes into that cavity right there, and we cemented and we stopped before the piece that's gonna go into the cavity because we would never be able to slide that in with dry cement on dry cement. So after this dries, we're gonna put super glue on this end so we can slide it in there. Super glue on here and here. Okay, so we've got it on. Now we're going to slide this in and touch it right up to that spacer on the inside. And then we're going to lay it down just like all right, here we go. We've got a super thick 48mm piece and a 24mm piece. We're going to cut these three out on the bandsaw. All right, there we go. Let that dry before we stick it. Line our edge up. Smush it down. That's a technical term. Okay, now we're going to come in with a big piece of 10mm and we're going to wedge it in here, right, as support, so we can slide this through the bandsaw. All right, there we go. Perfect. Look at that. That is. All right, now this piece is going to slide right in here. Oh, sweet. And now, because we got to slide this in and it's really tight, that won't be a problem because we can peel this open like this. All right. We're going to come in and we're going to stick it right down in the corner here and here, so we know we're tight. And then we're going to do the same thing here, get it really tight. And we're going to lay it down right inside our Sharpie marks like this. That is crazy. We fit right in here really nice. Way down inside. And like this, and like this. All right, there we go. We cleaned up the little bit of glue residue. That's pretty darn good. We have an itty bitty, tiny, teeny little gap right there. But when we're done, we'll use quick seal. We'll fill it in. All right, let's seal this. All right, look at that. That's looking pretty sweet. Okay, here we go. We've got a 12mm piece and two little 6mm pieces. And what we did was we took our template and we cut it apart right here. All right, that's going to be the pieces that we used for the 6, and it's going to come in and go right on here on the side, just like that. All right, here we go. Now we're going to take this 12mm over to the scroll saw and the bandsaw and knock it out. Like that. All right, let's round the edge off first. Super glue on here. Use a piece of foam as a squeegee. All right, let's trim these little front pieces off right here where it's hanging over. Gonna be. All right, let's let this dry. This is going to be the scariest piece of all. We're going to bend the handle. We got one here. We got a touchdown over here. Let's look over to this side. We got it where we want it there. And we're going to squeeze it down into the crevice there where we want it. All right, there we go. We've got really great contact down in here and over here. Put it down on our handle, just like that. All right, there we go. Okay, now this is crazy insane tight right here. We've got contact, tight contact here, in the corner here, in the corner here, and all the way along the bottom. That is super tight. Wow. Let's seal it. All right, sweet. Let's come in with these last little simple details. We got some 3mm pieces here. We're just bit of super glue down just to get the bottom piece wet. And we're going to come in here. All right, there we go, right in there. Got the little spaces in between. Now we're going to flip it around and do this side next. All right, there we go. 3 little pieces there and there. Look at that thing. Wow. Love this. Yeah, that was it. You saw how easy the build was. A lot of major pieces we stuck together. Lots of rounding off. We rounded off everything almost. We did a lot of layering up here to create these recesses, and here, and here, and here, and down in here. You saw us do a lot of tapered cuts for these sorts of things, so they taper down this way and this way, but pretty easy stuff. You saw us build and wrap this cool grip and do the wood burning detail to get this nice grip texture on here. That was pretty much it. Really easy stuff. And fun. So with that last detail, putting those 3 little pieces in, that brings the build portion of our Romulan Disruptor rifle to a close. All right, here we are at the spray stand. We're going to begin to seal our Romulan Disruptor with our Plastidip. And you know what we always say, do not spray, even outside in a well-ventilated area, without your respirator. All right, there we go. Sealed with several coats of black Plastidip. Nice. You've heard us say this a million times. There's 3 great steps to your prop. One is when you finish the build and it's completely built, but it's all raw foam. But this is the next big step, man. When you seal it with Plastidip, it officially looks legit. Look at that, man. That is a Romulan disruptor. All right, let's leave it alone, let it dry all the way through, then we're gonna paint it. Super easy paint job too. We say that all the time, but this is a really easy paint job. All right, here we are at the spray stand. We're gonna begin spraying our Romulan disruptor rifle with our most awesome paint ever. Flat antique nickel, that's right, my paint crush. And you know what we always say, even if you're outside in a well-ventilated area, do not spray without your respirator. All right, there we go. Look at that. Looks metal, but it's not crazy shiny metal like chrome. It's kind of a little bit of a matte finish metal. Nice. And that easy. And you saw we didn't need any kind of wires to hold this with when we were painting it. We just held the handle because we're going to be painting this handle. All right, so there we go. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to let it dry. And we got a couple details to do on here, and that'll be it. Really simple. All right, super easy stuff. We're coming in with our black. We're going to cut in all the way around this grip. Now we're just going to come in and fill it in. Paint around the whole edge and then paint inside the grip. So for this grip, you just have to drag across the top, get the top surface covered, and then you got to go in with the edge of the brush and get in between. All right, there we go. Nice. We just come in with the square edge of our brush, just like that. Be careful. Get right up to the edge. Just cut in all the way around the handle and then fill it in. All right, there we go. We've got all the way around our handle. We cut in, took our time. And now we just fill it in. All right, there we go. Cut in around both and then just filled it in. We only need one layer. All right, now we're going to come in with our yellow ochre. We're going to cut right in here and we're going to paint this little centerpiece. There we go. Two brushes. A medium size and a little tiny one for the corner. And that's it. Now we're gonna... And we've got a tiny little itty bitty little spot we got with our glove and our black on our silver right there. Now since it's spray paint, this paint is not going to match, so we don't want to put too much on there. We just want to get a little bit on there to try to cover up that little spot, just like that. All right, that's it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Then when all these yellow ochre pieces dry, we'll come in and we will put a second coat down. All right, there's two coats of our yellow ochre right there. Nice. All right, let's let those dry. Okay, now we're coming in with our blue harbor. And we're gonna come in, and we're gonna get right on the top of these pieces right in here. That's it, look at that. That easy. We don't even need to get down in the sides, just right on the top. And now we come around to this side and do the same thing. There it is. Look at that. Super simple, super easy paint job. Now the only thing that's killing me is right in here. Now when you look at the piece from the top, like this, that looks sweet. We've got our curve this way, then our curve back in this way, but we should have taken a little bit of time. We should have come in with our Dremel and smooth this edge out because it's killing me. And it's on both sides. See that? We should have come in with the Dremel and cleaned it up, but not the end of the world. There you go. Super easy paint job. There is the flat antique nickel spray paint. Then we came in with our brush and we cut in all the way around our two grips with our black and then filled in the middle. Same thing with the yellow ochre areas. We cut in with our brush and filled in. Did a couple coats and did one coat of our blue, and it looks perfect. There it is. Sweet. All right, so with that last detail, putting the blue on, that brings our Romulan Disruptor rifle build to a close. Pow! There you go. Nice and easy. Real simple prop, real simple paint job, and pretty cool looking. You saw how we finished off wrapping our grip. We did this little stack on the back. A couple other little tiny details. And then you saw seal it and paint it. The usual Plastidip to seal it in black rubber. And then we sprayed it with our paint crush, flat antique nickel, which gives it a good metal feel, but not like too crazy shiny. It's not like chrome or anything like that. And then simple brushwork. Went in and cut in around the black areas and filled them in. Cut in around the ochre areas, filled it in, and then hit these little tiny blue details on the sides with a brush. Real easy. You can totally nail this. And that's about it. That concludes making an EVA foam Romulan Disruptor Rifle Part 2. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're going to go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time.